What's up guys, Anton here at DPR. I have a sick snake. I'll show you how to treat it. If you're ready, let's jump right into that. So guys, that's a reality about keeping live animals. It can be fish, mammals, reptiles, amphibians, birds, and whatever. They are live animals, and just like us, they can get sick, they can get infections. Some are way more severe than others, some are pretty benign. But it's very important to assess them and be on top of that, because you don't want to have a situation that goes bad pretty quickly. This is one of my favorite male. This is the Cypress Spotnose Fire Clown breeder male that I got from Miguel at Always Evolving Python back in 2021. He's been a great breeder last year. He has been breeding for us this year as well. But very recently, I noticed that on his upper jaw, he had some sort of a swelling. I opened his mouth. I noticed inside of the mouth, there was some swelling in one of the teeth row. So I was like, you know, I'll keep an eye on that. But if it actually accentuates and gets a bit worse, I'll have to bring him to the vet. And that's what happened. His swelling got worse and worse and actually started to swell on the face, on the eye, around the eye, I mean. And so I brought him to the vet. Sometimes it's very difficult to find good exotic vets, especially for reptiles. And it's always a stressful thing to bring your animals, your loved animals and your expensive animals to a clinic that you don't really know. I got my appointment last week and they checked the animal. They basically diagnosed some sort of lesion inside of the mouth that was actually causing that swelling. And so they prescribed 2 different injections, intramuscular injections. One of them is basically an antibiotic and the other one is an anti-inflammatory to remove the swelling. And they also gave me like a disinfectant gel to put on the gums of the snake. So I'm gonna walk you through basically the injections. I am no vet. I have the experience of breeding the animals, keeping the animals. Yes, I've done injections in the past, but this is not my cup of tea necessarily, but I'm still going to show you how I do it, how they show me to do it, and how I've done it in the past. And hopefully, if ever you find yourself stuck in a situation like this, you can come back to this video and check a bit of what I'm doing here. So basically, guys, as I said, I have 2 different things. I have an anti-inflammatory and an antibiotic. The anti-inflammatory, which is this one here, this bottle, they gave me a bottle just so they didn't have to prepare all the syringe, because I have to do this for every 5 days for at least a month until I have the follow-up with the vet as the appointment. And so this is the anti-inflammatory, and this here is every day for 5 days. And this is the antibiotic. So this is the last injection that this milk is gonna have. So I'm gonna run you through both of them. And basically also this is the gel that I was talking about. This is just to do every day on the animal for the whole month, just to make sure that there's no infections or anything that comes inside of the mouth that could create bacteria and make everything worse. So we're gonna prepare the syringe and then do the injections. All right, so basically I'm just taking out the liquid. They asked for 2.5 milligrams. So that's basically what I'm trying to get here. This liquid is pretty thick. It's not the liquid that's like super easy to take out. So I'm taking a bit more out that I'm gonna put back in, just so I'm sure of what I have. Ooh, I think I have a ton now. So you just don't wanna have the air in the middle. So I'm just gonna try to see where we are now. See, now we're a little under. Try to get to 2.5. And see, are we there? Yeah, 2.5. So that's our injection. All right, so basically I have Crystal here from Crawl Design to hold the snake, and we're just gonna do the injection on the first third of the animal. This is an intramuscular injection. So basically what we wanna do, we don't wanna be under the skin, we need to be inside of the flesh. So doing that alone is kind of tricky. So we wanna have someone else with you to do it. So I'm just gonna place myself. So I'm pinching a bit the flesh here to elevate it so it's easier to insert. I'm doing inside of 2 scales, just so I am not going against the animal here. And I am slowly gonna do the injection. This liquid is pretty thick, guys, pretty hard to inject, but we're slowly gonna get it. Snake is extremely calm. Sorry if I'm shaking, I'm applying a bit of pressure there because it's a bit harder to inject, but this is basically it. It's actually 0.25 ml is actually a lot, but it's just every 5 days, so it's not too bad. And here we go. We should have a little bit coming out just like this, and most of it is inside. Everything was good. There you go. So again, same thing. I'm going to try to do it on the other side. This needle is a bit more long, so we don't want to put it as deep in. So I am just peeking in, and then I am going to put it a little in an angle, which allows me, obviously I remove the bubble air, the air bubbles. You don't want to inject that inside of the animal. I'm going to apply, and here we go. That's it, boy. Did a really good job. See, no droplet there, just a little bit. They told me apply a little bit of pressure if there's a little bit of a bubble coming out, and that's it. Looking good, guys, looking good. So basically now I'm gonna apply the cleaning solutions. Surprisingly, this snake is extremely calm for the injections, but he doesn't like that part, which kind of surprised me. I'll post some pictures now of what he looked like before. And as you can see right now, the inflammation is really gotten much better. I'm applying on both sides, although it's mostly on only one of them, just to be sure that nothing comes in his mouth. That would be undesirable. Trying to do this as gentle as possible. And here we go. This should seal the deal. And as you can see, like, I'll show you the pictures actually now. You see the difference on the head. Now it's much less swollen. Everything looks back to normal. The snake is not lethargic whatsoever. He's in really good shape. So it's a really good sign. Really happy about this, guys. And yeah, we'll keep you posted on him. So guys, I hope this was pretty instructive. Obviously, as I said, I am not a specialist. This is not what I do. I do breed balls, but I don't do most of that stuff. But when you keep animals, you have to be prepared monetary in order to be able to provide that. That was not too expensive. I'm very happy about it. But all the time, I have some money reserved for that. I don't have like an account, but I know in my head that this is always a possibility. And I'm always ready to do what it takes in order to have healthy animals. This is super crucial, super important. And you should too. If you keep animals and you're not ready to afford those bills, maybe this is not the right thing for you. So obviously let me know down in the comments what you think if something like that did ever happen to you. I also want to precise that those are prescribed drugs. These are not things that you can get in the pharmacy or whatnot. You need to go through your vet, and it's not because you have maybe one of those that I would suggest you to use them on your snakes. Please go to see a vet. There's a ton of different things that can actually be the case of the thing that you have going on with your animal. So you don't want to auto-prescribe something to your animal. This is not something that I recommend at all. I want to make this clear. And if I did something wrong, let me know. I'm always there to learn. On this, we'll see you next week. Cheers and stay tuned.